morning, good day, and good evening. As you know, as we always say, it does not really matter what time, day, night, or evening that you listen to the On God Podcast Daily Devotions. This is your host, which you know as Randy, aka LZ, but it is not about me. It is about God, the one we love, the one we serve. Whew. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Going to be honest with you guys. I actually recorded this devotion already, but in the editing process, I found out that my mic was not working. So I'm re-recording everything now, and I just don't have it in me to record it as I did before, because that one I was free flowing, and the Lord just led me where He was leading me. But I'm gonna try and just summarize everything that I said in that one because it was quite pretty long. So I went on a rant of stop listening to the music that we listen to. Um, for instance, the artists that we listen to. Like I'm gonna first start with the non-gospel artists, right? For instance, I used to listen to a lot of Jay Z, and when I was fixing my relationship with the Lord, I had to deal with that aspect of what I was listening to and just stop listening to music that wasn't uplifting me spiritually and as a human being, you know. And I'm not saying all Jay Z songs are bad, but there's a lot of cuss words in there. There's a lot of death threats and drug talk. So I'm just trying to be stay away from such music. And while I was working on myself in this situation, I then came across NF. Right, that's when he dropped the song "Hope," and I've been that song is on my playlist almost daily. Even the kids love it. That's another important aspect of why you need to clean up your playlist, right? The kids love listening to music that I listen to, like my little brother, my little cousin, and they love NF. They love him because I love listening to NF, and he's a man that speaks about the Lord, and he makes a lot of positive music. And now these kids are being influenced by that. So that's another reason why we need to watch ourselves and watch what we're listening to, and actually listen to music that elevates us, that helps us grow, and um, that helps us spiritually. You know, now onto the Christian music that we listen to. Not every Christian artist is a Christian. Okay, not every Christian, I say this with air quotes, is biblically Christian, because that's another topic. Um, a lot of people claim Christian, like when you tick on a paper when they ask you what your religion is, and I just want you guys to be careful of such people. People who don't necessarily pray to the Lord or read their Bible to help them write um, write spiritually accurate songs. Songs that promote the Lord and and not themselves. Because I've listened to a lot of songs, right, that have the word Jesus in it, and I've just grown to realize that people rather use a method and a formula than being led by the Spirit to write songs. I'm not saying every artist does this, but I'm saying a lot of them. That's why most songs sound the same. Gospel songs are very boring because they all sound the same. Because they use a formula. They like, oh, my predecessor's done this, so I'm gonna do the same thing. There's no creativity, there's no artistry in it, and there's no spirit in it. I'm not saying all artists do that. I'm just saying a lot of them do this. Remember, it's method. So any person can do it. Meaning that any person can mimic what works in the gospel world. So we need to be careful. We need to start, you know, praying to the Lord for what's the word? There's a word they use. For discernment, yes, we need to pray to the Lord for discernment, for us to know what is right and what is wrong. I mean, I would use common sense, but then common sense ain't so common. So I would just advise you guys to be led by the Spirit, okay, and just start cleaning out your playlist. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get on to today's devotion, and today's devotion is on, ironically, from Matthew chapter 4, verse 10. It reads as follows. Interestingly, it says, Then Jesus said to him, I apologize. Then Christ said to him, Begone, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. I'm going to have to read that one again. I really want to understand this verse. Then Christ said to him, Begone, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Now, I don't understand that verse particularly very well. I'm still needing more understanding in that aspect. But reason why I chose this is because we're dealing with this problem right here, right? Of the music we're listening to. And the enemy has been gifted musically to do music, right? And so he influences a lot of music artists to, do devil stuff. Um, Perfect example, like Sam Smith, your little Uzi Vert, apparently Beyonce in them. So I just want to say, be careful who you listen to, especially at concerts, man. Concerts are not what they used to be. They have become the devil's playground. So I would advise you guys to stay clear of them unless you know the artist very well. I would love to go to an NF concert, by the way, but hey, I don't think he's coming to South Africa anytime soon. Anyways, um, we need to clean out our playlist, and the words that Christ used here when he says, "Be gone, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve." This is directed more towards us, right? We need to use those specific words, obviously, in our own context, in what we're dealing with, and deal with the enemy spiritually. Because remember, he is influencing us in ways that we may not necessarily understand, depending where you are spiritually. So I would advise you guys to start speaking to the enemy directly. Remember in War Room when that lady looked crazy, but she wasn't actually when she was speaking to Satan and getting him out the house? We need to be like that. We need to be like that. Okay? Listen, I love each and every single one of you guys, man. Have a lovely day further. Peace and love.